At Roush Honda, our service department stands behind the promises our salespeople make. Our customers appreciate it, and it's helped make us the #1 Honda dealer in Ohio. Straight talk, legendary service, Roush Honda.
And as promised, here is Gerald Celente, editor and publisher of the Trends Journal. Gerald, good morning.
Good morning, Bob.
I know I'm always going to get to talk to you at least once a year, having to do with the top trends for 2011, and it appears that even though it's late January, some of your trends already proving themselves accurate. Where do we begin?
Well, just on that one, we had said when we released the list in early December that we're going to see youth-inspired revolts start sprouting up around the world. And we saw what happened in Tunisia. And the media has it wrong. The revolts that over top of the government there are not restricted to just Arab countries. You're going to start seeing it playing out across Europe. We already saw some signs of it when they were yelling off with their heads to the royal couple back in November. People are, one of my sayings, when people lose everything and have nothing left to lose, they lose it. And you're looking at unemployment rates among the youth, like in Spain, 50% between, 18 to 26-year-olds. And that's across the board. So you're going to start seeing a lot of these governments starting to come under a lot of pressure.
Why? Is it because of the what you refer to as citizen journalists?
Yes, we saw it again in Tunisia. Facebook, Flickr, Twitter. People have their own film crew now with their cell phones. Lots changed. You don't have to rely on anybody to feed you the news. And we're seeing it with WikiLeaks as well. Why do you think the world leaders are so upset about WikiLeaks? It's not that, we're compromising our sources. No, they're showing what a bunch of thieves, what a bunch of criminals, lightweights, losers, liars, and lowlifes these so-called world leaders and diplomats are. So, yeah, this journalism 2.0 is big. It helped overthrow the government of Tunisia. It's working now in Algeria the same way, in Egypt. No one is in control of the news anymore. But on the other hand, you're going to start seeing a lot more clampdowns on the Internet.
What about the United States? What's the condition here?
Well, look at the numbers that just came out with housing yesterday. Housing prices are down 30%, real estate prices. That's Great Depression levels. I heard President Obama say the worst of the recession is over. Look, they said that with the stimulus program, we'd see unemployment at 7.5% in 2010. It peaked at 10.2%. There is no recovery. They're still going on with the stimulus, the so-called QE2. You can't create jobs by printing money. So the money game is going to run out, and the Great Recession, we believe, unless there's a productive capacity, is going to turn into a Great Depression.
You predicted a major alternative energy breakthrough. Talk about that, Gerald.
That's the game changer, and that's the only thing that we see right now that could get us out of this severe recession. And go back to the 90s. We were in a recession. What got us out? It was the Internet revolution. Our whole lives changed. Productive capacity. Products were invented, designed, manufactured, serviced, marketed. We see the same thing happening again. Before we sent this Trends Journal out, we had identified a number of alternative breakthroughs, alternative energy breakthroughs. One just happened last week, 2 weeks ago. They tested in Italy. It's what's formally called cold fusion. They're liberating a lot more energy than the energy that's taken to produce it, many times over. And but here's the holdup, Bob. The United States Patent Office is refusing to grant these people a patent because they're saying there's no such thing as cold fusion. So they should know they're the Patent Office, of course. But this guy, this Rossi out in Italy, is getting patents other places in the world. So we believe that whether it's cold fusion, hydrogen powered, and we list them in the Trends Journal, we're going to see a breakthrough that's going to liberate us from oil. It's going to be as big as going from the ice box to refrigeration.
Is this beyond wind, solar, biofuel, geothermal?
Exactly. It's a game changer. You think we'd be in Iraq, if their major export was broccoli, and this is going to be one of those things. As I said, it's going to be as big as the discovery of fire or the invention of the wheel. It's like going again from the icebox to refrigeration, and it's beyond wind, solar, geothermal, and biofuel, and none of the things that President Obama was speaking about during his speech.
When do we see some of the effects of this cold fusion?
It could be as early as this year. They're talking about coming out with a hot water heater that's going to be powered by it. And there are a number of other inventions, too, as I mentioned, that we can actually see within a year, maybe two. And so the game changer is underway.
Whoa. Well, that's something, if it is within reach, and you're saying some of it as early as this year, that's remarkable.
I know. And again, it's out there. You could go to YouTube, put it in, Rossi, Rossi, Italy, it was January 14th, and you'll see they're doing the experiment on YouTube. So this is going to happen. It is happening, and there are others beyond cold fusion.
Gerald, as always, I appreciate the visit and the information. Gerald Celente, editor, publisher of the Trends Journal, touching on the top trends for 2011. Cold fusion. Whoa.